probably not vote. But if you are inclined to vote, I say vote for Trump. For one thing, I've got a $1,000 bet going on with my brother Scotty that I really want to win. But there are broader reasons why Trump does have some level of strange appeal. Sure, some of it is just the fact that he's a showman who can actually be pretty entertaining, but that's not what I'm referring to. For one thing, Trump is pushing the Republican Party on some issues. For instance, Trump actually believes, or at least says he believes, in protectionism. He wants to get us out of NAFTA. He wants to make sure that TPP doesn't happen. He wants to bring American jobs back from overseas. I don't know how feasible any of that is, and I do have serious doubts about Trump's sincerity, but these strike me as left-wing positions. These strike me as anti-free market positions. These strike me as the positions of a classical Democrat before the Clintons reshaped the party into the center-right juggernaut that it is today. So, at least in terms of rhetoric, Trump is bringing the Republican Party further to the left on some issues. And I know what some of my most ardent liberals in my...
I don't really know anyone's surprised by this. Racist, sexist, bigoted, blowhard, reactionary man-children gotta stick together. Am I right? Hello, all you beautiful beings. So I didn't want to make my video just about that. There's a lot of... I guess it's... What I really want to make a video about is, like, a common thread I've seen between, a lot of big popular YouTube atheists and a lot of big popular YouTube vegans. And that is... Well, I guess I should start by saying that when I was younger, even when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, I thought that I wanted to aspire to the notion of just not really caring what other people think about me, or based on how I look, or based on some role I fit in, like as as a black woman, as a queer woman, etc., etc. Like I wanted to I was aspiring to the mindset that it doesn't matter what other people think of you. As I've gotten older, like, I still don't believe in, like, what am I trying to say? It's like, a big problem a lot of, both atheists and vegans have is, like, kind of a public image kind of problem. Like, when I first told my parents I was an atheist, my mom was like, yeah, who cares? My dad was more like, please, just don't talk about it. Constantly, it's like, okay. They're both Christian. My dad is Catholic. My mom is Protestant. My dad wasn't Catholic until, like, a few years ago, but that's beside the point. So, yeah, it's like, there are religious people who get just offended if you say you're an atheist, and it's because it's just what it means. Like, you reject the claim that any gods exist. And it's like, it's the same thing with me being vegan. Like, no one in my family is vegan, and, like, whenever I even offer to cook them a meal, like, they say, we're solid in not being vegan. I'm just like, I just want to cook you guys dinner one night a week. It's like, wouldn't you find that helpful? But I think I'm not really mad at my family, like my parents, for, like, thinking the things they do, because a big problem that both atheists and vegans have is, again, public perception. And it's like, that's why I have such a problem with so many big atheist YouTubers, and even a lot of big vegan YouTubers, or vegan, like, cults of personality. It's like, I really don't like the idea of, like, people connecting, like, associating atheism with racism, with sexism, with reactionary politics, with anarcho-capitalism, with, I don't know, just wanting to talk over people instead of just talk with them. I don't want atheism to be associated with those things, but it's like, when we let these big, loud speakers be our voices, that's what people might think. It's like, and like it or not, YouTube is a big part of, like, the media right now, as it exists. Same thing with veganism. Like, I'm tired of people associating veganism with, like, pseudoscience, with, like, with sexism, with, like, objectification of women, with, like, a certain body type. Like, people are surprised when I say I'm vegan, because, like, they're like, well, why are you so fat? Like, especially, well, more people on social media do that, and I usually just tell them, maybe it's because I eat people who ask me stupid questions. Of course, they can tell I'm joking, but anyway, it's like I don't want veganism to be associated with those things, and, like, there are a lot of big vegan YouTubers who say, hey, Sprite's a health food, sugar's a health food, white rice is better than brown rice, is healthier than brown rice because it's just pure carbs. It's like, coffee's bad for you, chocolate's bad for you, don't consume it. It's like, and really, it'll extend farther into, like, oh, your microwave will kill you, so don't use it, even if it's, like, a convenient thing to use, like, for making, like, oatmeal for breakfast, or, like, microwaving some vegetables, if you don't want to cook all your vegetables at once. It's like, and it makes people, like, even people who want to be vegan, who are vegan, or who are atheists, who are skeptical of religion, it makes them shy away from those terms. For a long time, I didn't want to call myself an atheist, just because, like, of all the I don't want this video to be demonetized, all this crap out there that's associated with it. That's, like, even, like, atheists who are, like, really rude and condescending to religious people. Religious people who aren't hurting anybody, who are just living their lives and minding their own business, and, like, aren't, like, doing harmful things, like refusing to vaccinate their children. Like, I understand speaking out against that, because that's hurting the children, but it's, like, just religious people who just want to live their lives. And yes, most Christians are like that, and most Muslims are like that too. Like, just want to live their everyday lives. It's like, I'm not really interested in trying to convince them that their religion is bullshit and they're fine without it, because, like, it's, as long as they're not hurting anybody, it's none of my business. And it's like, but people associate negative things with certain labels because of the loudest voices. Granted, it's not all vegan voices, not all atheist voices. I've found many who are really great, who really listen, who really actually care about others, atheists who actually give secular humanism a good name, vegans who actually live up to the compassion that's associated with the word vegan, and who actually understand that, Skylar is still barking at people. Anyway, vegans who actually understand that, yes, if you want to get other people on your side, you cannot alienate them with like misanthropic sounding words. It's like, when I think of that video by Gary Yourofsky, I'm sorry, I'm still on that. When I think about it, it can come off like saying, oh, I hate humans, I don't care about your struggles, please support my cause. It's like, no, people aren't gonna, it's like, people don't think like that. It's like, it's like, yeah, that if you have a big following, that's gonna wow all your fans and they're gonna agree with you, but it's like, you're not trying to get people who already agree with you on your side, you're trying to win other people who don't quite agree with you yet on your side. And, yeah, I actually found out that Gary Yourofsky sports a lot of other nonsense too, like, as soon as every human being in the world turns vegan, he wants to turn all the lions and tigers and other carnivorous animals vegan. It's like, I think that was the point where I started thinking, like, okay, that's a little bit nutty for me. But yeah, I guess that's what I wanted to say with this video. Like, there's a reason, like, certain stigmas are attached to certain labels, because people associate certain negative things with them. So it's like, basically, I guess the point here is if we don't want people to like shy away from these terms like atheist or vegan or animal rights or secular humanism or etc., maybe we should start, like, representing it better. I don't know if any of these like popular YouTubers or people with a lot of fans I don't know if they will ever change. Maybe some of them will, but it's like, if there are more people out there, more vegans out there, more atheists out there who really want to, like, who really want those type of people to stop giving our causes a bad name, and maybe we should start speaking, maybe more of us should start speaking out. That's all for this video, and I don't care who you vote for, please don't vote, but please don't vote for Donald Trump. Alright, that's it, and as always, peace and love.